Welcome back to Wake Up America. So members of the House, they're heading home later today after Speaker Mike Johnson let them go early for the month-long recess. Well, the Senate, they're going to press on for a few more days, hoping to get parts of the president's budget approved and, more importantly, some of his nominees.
Yeah, lots to get done. Speaker Johnson sending that House home this afternoon to derail Democrats who wanted to vote on releasing the Epstein files. So with us now, Senator James Lankford from the great state of Oklahoma. Great to see you this morning, Senator.
Good to see you as well.
I got to ask, are you surprised by the amount of interest in this Epstein case, which is years old, and it's garnered so much attention from so many people, not just in Washington, but really across the world? This seems to be overshadowing a lot of what Senate and Congress has really been able to accomplish this summer. What do you think?
Yeah, it's been interesting. It is incredibly painful because of the story that's behind it. I think we get caught up in the details on Jeffrey Epstein and such and lose the fact that there's so many families, all these girls that were trafficked. I mean, it's an awful criminal situation that's in the background. There's lots of prosecution. Obviously, Epstein's suicide in prison. There's just lots of drama that's caught up into it as well. And so people want to make sure they get all the facts and all the details. And I would tell you, Pam Bondi has said she's very focused on getting all this stuff up, and I trust her to be able to get the information out.
Yeah.
And I mean, to the president's point, I mean, this is really overshadowing what I think has been a remarkable run of success, not only for him, but for Republicans in the House and the Senate as well. And, you know, I know you serve on the Senate Finance Committee. Got to get your reaction to the president announcing a huge trade deal yesterday. Japan, Indonesia, the Philippines. With Japan, it drops tariffs from 25 to 15%, includes cars and car parts. I mean, this is a big deal for basically middle America and blue collar workers.
It is. It's a very big deal for this trade agreement. Same with Indonesia. That's one of the largest countries in the world as well, to be able to open up markets. What the president's been focused on is getting American products internationally. Many of these countries have blocked out American purchasing at all. And so the president's forcing open their markets with these negotiations and providing the tariff revenue coming back into the United States from their products being sold here. So it's very significant deals in what's actually happening. I met yesterday with the United States Trade Representative. There are more trade deals that are right on the cusp right now to getting finished. So I think the president's going to be on a winning streak here for a while of multiple deals that they're going to be able to lay out. And on your first point on this, if I can just say, the one big beautiful bill, incredibly significant, most savings, protecting our tax code, getting the economy going, the rescission actually saving another $9 billion for taxpayers. In the Senate, we've done more votes than any Senate in 35 years. We've done twice as many nominees as at the same time during the first Trump administration as far as moving nominees. Now, there's more to go, but we've done twice as many now at this point than we did during the first Trump administration. We are moving in a way that people have lost track of because of all these different stories that are out there, but there's a lot getting done.
Yeah, and let's continue talking about that one big, beautiful bill. And as you mentioned, you and your colleagues in the Senate, you guys are set to leave for August recess very soon, where it's pretty safe to say in your home state of Oklahoma, you'll be asked some about the bill. We know there's a lot of misinformation floating around out there. Can you clear up some of the lies that have been told to so many people? And what are you expecting to hear from your constituents?
Yeah, unlike the House, we're going to be in a couple more weeks still in the Senate. We've got a lot more work to get done, so we're going to keep going on this. We're looking forward to getting back into Oklahoma and getting a chance to be able to see people and talk about Democrats were fighting tenaciously hard to be able to raise taxes on every single American. That was kind of the quiet part they wouldn't say out loud. They kept saying they wanted to raise taxes on billionaires, but if you'd listen to the end of their sentences, they wanted to raise taxes on every single American. That's why they kept talking about, we want another $4 trillion in revenue. That's you, if you're watching right now. They were coming specifically after every single tax bracket. So we've stopped that. So tax rates will stay the same. We also added in something called full expensing. This is something I've worked on for years. That is an area where if you're a small business, a manufacturer, whatever it is, you make a capital purchase, you can write it off in the same year you buy it rather than have to depreciate it out over several years. Very beneficial for small businesses and manufacturing. We've added back into the tax code a nonprofit donation to be able to help individuals that donate to their church or nonprofit to be able to write off that. In the past several years, you've not been able to do that. Only the top income Americans to be able to ride their nonprofits. Now every American will be able to do that. So there's a lot of changes that are out there that just the left has got so much noise out there that people aren't getting. So whether you're farmers and ranchers, in the change in the estate tax and all the reference prices that changed, border security, new equipment for air traffic control, there's a reason it's called BIG. It's because there's a lot of things that are in it that are very helpful for Americans.
Yeah. You know, I know obviously the one big beautiful bill passed by slimmest of majorities you could have. But yesterday, there was actually a bipartisan effort in the Senate to advance legislation that I know you've worked closely on, funding military construction and the Department of Veterans Affairs. I mean, do you think this is one area where we can put the R's and D's down and do the right thing for America's men and women in uniform and those who previously served?
No, we're about to find out on that. We're moving on this. This is something that Chuck Schumer literally never brought up when he was leader. He would not bring these appropriation bills up. We're still functioning right now on what's called a continuing resolution. That means right now we are 7 months into the Trump presidency and we're still under a Biden budget structure. We've got to pass appropriation bills so that President Trump has the ability to be able to put his fingerprint on where we're going budgeting, and so we can actually update the issues. So yes, we brought an appropriation bill up yesterday in the Senate, got onto the bill. It takes 60 to do that. We actually got 90 votes on this one. That's a good sign for us to say, okay, let's start working towards trying to solve some of these big issues. But it's military constructions, Veterans Affairs. We're going to get on that bill. We'll be on it this week and next week, and we hope to get it passed. We hope to do agriculture, legislative affairs, what's called commerce, justice, and science. We're looking to do multiple appropriation bills so we can start getting on Trump budget numbers, not Biden budget numbers.
Right.
And shockingly, when things pass 90 to 10, you don't get a lot of national news with it. They want the fight.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
All right, Senator, great to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you all as well.